Yeah.
Hey everyone, this is a potential hardware project for Girl Smarts, and we have the goal of basically building a functioning Guitar Hero controller, and the hope is that we'd have teams actually experimenting with some basic circuit elements and switches, and so the design flow of the project would be for the groups to first implement and test the various components of the controller, and then after they've verified that it's working and they've sort of added whatever customizations they want to it, they hook it up to a laptop and they actually play a version of the Guitar Hero game on the computer. So the controller is really simple. It's just 3 buttons and another special switch, which I'll talk about later. So the buttons, I've actually taken apart a Guitar Hero controller that I found, but they really can be just simple switches that you get very cheap. So these push buttons are like 50 cents each, and so you could easily get a whole bunch of those to have the girls experiment with. And the other cool component of this circuit, which I think is really interesting, is this optical interrupter circuit, which is basically an IR diode and an IR receiver, IR LED and an IR diode, so that when you interrupt that beam of infrared light with your finger, the circuit can sense that, and that acts as a switch as well. So what we hope is that the girls would be able to experiment with buttons and this optical interruption switch, and so we'd sort of provide them with some feedback with LEDs. So if they know when they're pressing the right button, the LED would light up, and their connections are properly made, and the wires are in the right place. So once they're sort of confident that their circuit's been implemented correctly after we've explained what exactly they're trying to do, we'd actually get them to come over to a station and hook it up to maybe one of 2 or 3 stations where we have this Arduino and this special Guitar Hero game running, and they'd actually be able to play it. So you're going to see, I didn't really explain carefully, but when I put my finger in there, that basically acts as another switch. So when I play this game, you're going to basically be able to see the whole thing in operation. So let's see it. So basically, this easiest setting of Guitar Hero just only ever uses these 3 buttons, so it's not very hard to play these songs, but I think it'll be really fun for the teams to actually see their circuit interfacing with a real video game. And this optical interrupter circuit's quite cool if you've never seen that before as well. So anyway, that goes on for a while, and you could easily turn it into a bit of a contest where which team ends up getting the best score using their own custom-made Guitar Hero controller. So like I said, this is sort of just for show. This is just an actual Guitar Hero controller, and in the real workshop we just use simple buttons like that. And so the whole thing, the whole project, especially if we reuse components, could easily be done for less than $50 on the whole. So it's definitely a feasible thing. Yeah, I think that's it.